Okay. Okay, I have started recording. Now listen to this. No company can accept the public deposits except what? Except eligible public companies. Well, now remember one thing. In this you have to be very careful. Now I'm using the highlighter, and wherever the highlighter will go, you have to read all those things. Read the sentence carefully. No company can accept deposit from the public except what? Eligible public companies. Except what? Eligible public companies. Everyone clear with the rule number 1? Except the eligible public company. It means eligible public companies can only accept the deposit from the public. Are you getting the point? Eligible public companies can only accept the deposit from the public. Rule number 1, everyone understood? Can you read the rule number 2? Can you read the rule number 2? Every company, rule number 2 is every company can accept deposit from the members while applying section 73 subsection 2 clause A to F. Clause A to F. Now remember one thing. The whole chapter of acceptance of deposits is based on these two rules only. Now tell me one thing. Who can accept the deposit from the public? Who can accept the deposit from the public? Everyone. Who can accept the deposit from the public? Only eligible public companies. Only which companies? Eligible public companies. Are you getting the point? Who can accept the deposit from the members? Who can accept the deposit from the members? Who can accept the deposit from the members? I need an answer. Every company can accept the deposit from the members. Everyone clear or not? So what is the rule number 1? Rule number 1 is no company can accept the deposit from the public except eligible public company. And rule number 2 is what? Every company can accept the deposit from the members. Every company can accept the deposit from the members. So should I write the rules for you? Should I write the rules for you? Tell me, what is the rule number 1? No company accepts deposits. No company can accept deposits from public except filling the blanks. Except which company? Eligible public company. And what is the rule number 2? Tell me, what is the rule number 2? Every company can accept deposits from public or from member? From members. Every company can accept the deposit from the members. So it means here every company means what? Let it be public company or let it be private company. Are you getting the point or not? Let it be public company or let it be private company. Remember one thing, why I'm stressing it again and again. The whole acceptance of deposit topic is based on these rules only. Once you will fit in these two rules in your head, you will be comfortable in learning the whole concept of public deposits. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? So last time we are deciding what is our rule number 1. No company can accept deposits from the public except what? Eligible public company, and every company can accept the deposit from its members. Now tell me, what do you mean by members? Are they insiders or outsiders? What do you mean by members? Are they insiders or outsiders? Sir, they are insiders. They are what? Insiders. But what do you mean by public? What do you mean by public? Public means outsiders. Public means outsiders who are not your members. Am I correct or not? So public means outsider. Iska matlab, if a company wants, they can raise the public deposit money from their already existing shareholders. Is it correct or not? If a company wants, they can raise the money in the form of public deposit from their already existing shareholders and members. but only eligible public companies can accept the deposit from the outsiders. I hope everyone is crystal clear with these two concepts. Everyone is crystal clear with these two concepts? Okay. Now I'm going to rub this off because it is already written in the notes. It will unnecessarily create the duplication. I hope every one of you know the rule now. Every one of you know the rules now? Yes. So once you are comfortable with these rules, then you will understand that automatically the whole chapter will go inside your head. Now see, what is the rule number 1? Everyone please tell me. Filling the blanks you have to tell me. No company can accept deposits from the public except which company? Except which company? Eligible public companies. Now listen to this. Now listen to this. Now we are going to explain rule number 1. What do you mean by eligible public company? Are you able to see? What do you mean by eligible public company? Everyone see just. What do you mean by eligible public company? Eligible public company means that company whose net worth is greater than equal to how many crores? Whose net worth is greater than equal to how many crores? 100 crores. Or turnover is greater than equal to how many crores? 500 crores. Are you getting the definition of eligible public company now? Tell me, everyone, what do you mean by eligible public company? What do you mean by eligible public company? Eligible public company is a which company? Whose net worth is 100 crores or more, and or whose turnover is 500 crores or more. Turnover is 500 crores or more. Everyone is clear with the eligible public company? This is what the definition of what? Eligible public company. I hope everyone is crystal clear. Okay? Now listen. Now listen. In the eligible public company, we have to understand two companies. In the eligible public company, we have to understand two companies. What is the first eligible public company? If you are an eligible non-government company, if you are an eligible non-government company, and if you are an eligible government public company. If you are an eligible non-government public company, and if you are an eligible government public company. Everyone clear or not? See, right from the beginning, we are talking about which company? Tell me, we are talking about which company? We are talking about which company? Eligible public company. What do you mean by eligible public company? What do you mean by eligible public company? Either its net worth should be 100 crores or more, or its turnover should be 500 crores or more. Right or not? Right. In the eligible public company, what are the two companies we are going to talk about? What are the two companies we are going to talk about? Eligible non-government public company and eligible government public company. Everyone clear? Eligible non-government and eligible government. Now, eligible non-government company can accept deposits from the public, can accept deposit from the members as well as the public. From the members, it can accept how much deposit? Can you see? From the members, it can accept how much deposit? From the members, it can accept 10% maximum. Maximum how much? 10%. And from the public, it can accept maximum 25%. From the public, it can accept maximum 25%. Are you getting the point? So what is the total? What is the total? 35%. What is the total? 35%. So tell me, what is the bifurcation of 35% for the eligible non-government company? 10% maximum from members. 10% maximum from members. Now tell me, every company can accept the deposit from its member or not? Every company can accept the deposit from its members or not? Yes. So if the non-government eligible company is going to accept the deposits, maximum 10% they can accept from the members and maximum 25% they can accept from what? Public. So put together total how much? Put together total how much? 35%. Put together total how much? 35%. I hope everyone is clear. Everyone is clear? Right. But if you are eligible government company, if you are eligible government company, then total 35%. Total how much percentage? 35%. Any sublimit or no sublimit? Any sublimit or no sublimit? Sir, no sublimit. It means this 35% can be in any combination from members as well as from public. This 35% can be in any combination from the members as well as what? Public. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Everyone clear or not? So tell me one thing. Public deposits from the public can be accepted by which company? Public deposits from the public can be accepted by which companies? Can be accepted by which companies? Eligible public companies. Don't write Anu. Don't write eligible companies. Anu, write the word eligible public companies. Everyone clear? What do you mean by eligible public companies? What do you mean by eligible public companies? Whose net worth is 100 crores or more and turnover is 500 crores or more. Eligible company means whose net worth is 100 crores or more or turnover is 500 crores or more. In the eligible public company, if you are a non-government company, in the eligible public company, if you are a non-government company, total you can accept 35%. And if you are a government company, then also total you can accept 35%. Either you are a non-government company or you are a government company, you can accept 35%. Everyone is clear or not? You can accept maximum 35%. But in the non-government company, do we have any sublimit? In the non-government company, do we have any sublimit? In the non-government company, do we have any sublimit? Non-government company, do we have any sublimit? Yes. Maximum 10% from members. Maximum 10% from members and maximum 25% from public. But in the government company, do we have any sublimit? No. 35% either from the members or from the public in any combination. Everyone clear or not? Everyone is clear or not? Now, should we know that percentage should be calculated on what? Do you want to know that percentage 10%, 35%, 25% will be calculated on what? It should be calculated on this. It should be calculated on this. Now tell me, percentage will be calculated on total paid up share capital plus free reserves plus securities premium. Total paid up share capital plus free reserves plus securities premium. Everyone clear or not? Percentages should be calculated on total paid up share capital plus free reserve plus securities premium. Now should I ask you some questions? Should I ask you some questions? Okay. I am an eligible public company. I am an eligible public company, but I am a non-government company. I am an eligible public company, but I am a non-government company. Are you getting the point? My total paid up share capital is 100 crores. My free reserves are 50 crores. And my securities premium is 50 crores. How much from the members? How much from the public? You need to give me the answer. My total paid up share capital is 100 crores. Free reserves are 50 crores. Securities premium are 500 crores. How much from the members? Members maximum 10%. What is the 10% of these three total? 200 crores. It means 20 crores I can accept from the members. And 25%? 25% means what? 50 crores. I can accept from the 50 crores. I can accept from the public. Now tell me one thing. Total is how many crores? 70 crores. Is it 35% of the total? Is 70 crores 35% of the total? Yes, it is 35% of the total. Everyone is clear with the example? Everyone is clear with the example? Yes, sir. Suppose I am a government company now. Now I am rubbing this non-government company. I am a government company now. I am a government company. Is there any sublimit or no sublimit? Is there any sublimit or no sublimit? Sir, no sublimit. It means total 35% is equal to 70 crores either from the members or from the public in any combination. Either from the members or from the public in any combination. Everyone is clear? Everyone is clear? Now this is a very important chapter. That's why I'm going very slow. I hope everyone is clear. Yes. And what do you mean by eligible public company? Whose net worth should be greater than equal to 100 crores or paid up share capital should be greater than equal to what? Sorry. Turnover should be greater than equal to what? 500 crores. Now, did you understand the rule number 1 which I told you? Did you understand the rule number 1? So, no company, should be taken on the previous year balance sheet. Shivanshi Pandey, it should be taken on the previous year balance sheet. On 31/3/2020, if the turnover is 500 crores or more, that you have to see. Clear? Now see, no company other than eligible public companies can accept public deposits. Did you understand the rule number 1? Now, let us understand further. Let us understand further. From the members, I'm keeping it as X. From the members, I'm keeping it at X. And from the public, I'm treating them as Y. Everyone clear? From the members, I'm treating that as X. And from the public, I'm treating it as a Y. So X plus Y should not be more than what? X plus Y should not be more than what? 35% of what? 35% of what? 35% of what? TPUSC plus FR plus SP. Total paid up share capital plus free reserves plus securities premium. I hope everyone is super clear. सबको समझ में आया? Now this is what our first company called eligible public company. Over. Eligible public company over. Okay. Now what is this company? What is this company? Is it eligible public company or normal public company? A normal public company. Am I correct or not? A normal public company can accept the deposit from public deposits or cannot? A normal public company can accept the public deposits or cannot? Cannot. A normal public company, only eligible public companies can accept. Normal public company can or cannot? Cannot. Are you getting the point? Normal public company cannot. Now tell me one thing. Did I keep members and public as X and Y or not? Now tell me, what is X? What is X? Members. What is Y? Public. What is X? Members. And what is Y? Public. Now tell me one thing. Can they accept deposit from the members? A normal public company can accept the deposit from the members? Yes. Percentage. 35%. Percentage 35%. But from the public, a public company can accept or cannot accept the deposit from the public. A public company cannot accept the deposit from the public. Therefore, percentage of public is how much? 0%. Percentage of public is how much? 0%. I hope everyone is clear. Everyone is clear. So are we done with the eligible public company and public company? Are we done with the eligible public company and public company or not? So only eligible public companies can accept the deposits from the public. Everyone is clear? Sorted? Okay. So eligible public company is over. Public company is over. What is the third company? Can you see the third company? What is the third company? Can you see the third company? It is known as IFSC public company. What is IFSC? International Financial Service Centers. What is IFSC? Full form? International Financial or Finance Service Centers. This is the full form. So if you are International Finance Service Center public company, if you are International Finance Service Center public company, you can accept from the members how much? You can accept from the members how much? 100%. From the members how much? 100%. But from the public? From the public? 0%. From the public? 0%. Everyone clear or not? Everyone clear or not? So tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. I'm a normal public company. I'm a normal public company. Other than eligible public company. How much from the members? Normal public company. How much from the members? 35%. How much from the public? 0%. I am a IFSC public company. I am IFSC public company. How much from the members? 100%. And how much from the public? 0%. Everyone clear? So total 3 public companies we understood. Total 3 public companies we understood. Did we understand the 3 public companies? Shall we practice? Remember one thing, this is a particular topic, has to be done in a very careful manner. I am eligible public company. Give me the answer. I am eligible public company. I am a normal public company. And I am IFSC public company. Will you be able to give me the answer? First of all, normal public company from members. How much? 35%. Minimum or maximum? Maximum. From public. Can or cannot? Cannot. Therefore 0%. From public, I cannot. Therefore 0%. IFSC public company. From members. 100%. From public. Tell me. From public. 0%. Because I am not an eligible public company. Is it correct or not? Because they both are not eligible public companies. So only eligible public company can accept the deposit from the public. Am I correct or not? So tell me, what do you mean by eligible public company? Whose net worth is greater than equal to 100 crores or turnover is greater than equals to 500 crores. Net worth is greater than equal to 100 crores or turnover is greater than equal to 500 crores. In that, if I'm a non-government company, I'm a government company. In the government company, 35% maximum. That is both from members plus public. Do you agree? Yes. With no sublimit. No sublimit. But if I'm a non-government company, here also 35% max. Here also 35% max. But in that 35%, 10% from members and 25% from public. 25% from public. Everyone clear? Out of 6 companies which we have to learn, 3 are over. Out of 6 companies which we have to learn, 3 are over. So we are done with eligible public company. We are done with normal public company. We are done with International Finance Service Center public companies. Everyone clear? Say yes if you are all done with. Yes, sir. We are clear. Now listen to this. Total 6 companies. First one over. Second one over. Third one is also over. Can you read the fourth company? What is the fourth company? What is the fourth company? Private company. What is the fourth company? Private company. And what was our rule number 1? Every company can accept the deposits from its members. Right or not? Rule number 1 is every company can accept the deposit from its members. So tell me, from the members how much? How much from the members? 100%. Can it accept the deposit from the public? Can it accept the deposit from the public? No. Therefore, this is also from the public is what? 0%. From the public, 0%. This is a which private company? This is a normal private company. This is a normal private company. Am I correct? 4 companies are over. 4 companies are over. Are you able to understand? First 2 companies 35%, next 2 companies 100%. This is the best combination you can learn in this way. First 2 companies are 35% and the next 2 companies are 100%. With no percentage on public. Everyone clear? 4 companies are over. Now, what is the 5th company? What is the 5th company? Can you read what is the 5th company? Startup private company. It is a which company? Startup private company. It is a startup private company. What do you mean by startup private company? What do you understand by startup private company? Startup private company is that company which is a newly established company with new idea. That is called as startup company. Everyone clear? Now, you are a startup private company. Who declared you that you are a startup company? By DPIIT. Who declared you? DPIIT. You were declared as a startup company by whom? DPIIT. What is DPIIT? Department for Promotion of Industries and Industrial Trade. Sorry, Internal Trade. What is the full form? Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. So I'm writing here Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. Everyone is clear? Everyone is clear? Now, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade declared you a private company as a which company? Declared you a which company? Startup private company. Okay? Now, if you are a declared startup company declared by DPIIT, then how much from the members? Can you see? How much from the members? Limited or unlimited? Unlimited. Unlimited. How much from the public? How much from the public? 0%. If you are a startup private company, how much from the members? Unlimited. From the members, unlimited. And how much from the public? 0%. How much from the public? 0%. Are you getting the point? Now the question is, we have to understand, what do you mean by which company? What do you mean by which company? Startup. What do you mean by which company? Startup company. Now everyone, eyes on the board. Now see this. This is a screenshot of the government website where we have everything about the startup company. Are you able to see Narendra Modi sir? Are you able to see Narendra Modi sir? Now, Can you see Narendra Modi, sir? Yes, sir. We can see them. Now, can you read the website name? What is the website name? startupindia.gov.in. startupindia.gov.in. So this is a government website. Now, government website has told you when you are going to be called as what? Startup. When you are going to be called as startup. Now, can you see DPIIT? Can you see DPIIT? Anybody can write the full form of DPIIT? Department for Promotion of Industries and Internal Trade. Department of Promotion for Industries and Internal Trade. Everyone clear? Now, to call yourself as a startup company, there are 5 conditions. How many conditions? You can see there are how many conditions? 5 conditions. So, what is the 5 conditions? If you want to call yourself as a startup company, there are 5 conditions. What are the 5 conditions? Condition number 1. You must be in existence for 10 years from the incorporation. It means from the date of your incorporation, for the 10 years, you will be declared as a startup company only. Period of existence and operation should not be exceeding 10 years from the date of incorporation. So up to 10 years from the date of incorporation, you will be declared as a which company? Startup company. Everyone is able to see that? What is the condition number 1? What is the condition number 1? Up to how many years? Up to 10 years from the date of incorporation, you will be declared as a which company? Startup company. Up to 10 years, you will be declared as a which company? Startup company. On 11th year, you are a startup company or no more a startup company? You are no more a startup company. Condition number 1 understood, everyone? Everyone understood the condition number 1? Now, condition number 2. Condition number 2. You are a which company? Are you able to see condition number 2? You are a which company? You are a private company, private limited company, a registered partnership firm or LLP. Who can be declared as a startup? Either you are a private limited company or you are a registered partnership firm or you are a registered limited liability partnership. These 3 can be declared as what? Startup. Condition number 1, you should be in existence for not exceeding 10 years from the date of incorporation. Condition number 2, you should be either a private company or you should be a registered partnership firm or limited liability partnership. Everyone clear? Everyone is clear? Yes, sir. We are clear. Condition number 2 is also over. Condition number 2 is also over. Yes. Condition number 3. Your annual turnover should not exceed 100 crores. Your annual turnover should not exceed 100 crores for any of the financial years since incorporation. Since incorporation, in any year, your turnover should not exceed 100 crores. Then only you will be declared as a startup company. Since incorporation, in any year, your turnover should not exceed 100 crores. In any financial year, then only you will be declared as a which company? Startup company. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Yes, sir. This is a condition number 3. Condition number 4. You should not be a result of any kind of splitting up or reconstruction of already existing business. You should not be a result of splitting up or reconstruction of an already existing business. Now, say for example, Reliance India Limited is there. If the Reliance India Limited will keep Jio as a separate company, is Jio a startup? Is Jio a startup? No. Jio is not a startup. It got splitted from the Reliance. Are you getting the point? It got splitted from a Reliance. So if you are a split company, if you are a which company? Split up company from the existing company, or if you are a result of restructuring, you will not be called as a startup. You will not be called as a which company? Startup. Everyone clear? Now read the whole sentence. Entity should not have been formed by splitting up or reconstruction of a which business? Of an existing business. Of a which business? Existing business. Everyone is clear? Condition number 4 is also clear. So tell me, what are the 4 conditions? Everyone, please tell me, what are the 4 conditions? Condition number 1, you should be in existence not exceeding 10 years. Point number 2, you should be either a private limited company, you should be either a registered partnership firm or LLP. You should be private limited company, registered partnership firm or LLP. Condition number 3, your turnover shall not exceed 10 crores in any financial year since incorporation. The turnover shall not, not 10 crores, it is 100 crores. Turnover shall not exceed 100 crores in any financial year since incorporation. Everyone is clear? And condition number 4, you should not be a result of any kind of splitting or any kind of restructuring. You should not be a result of any kind of splitting or any kind of restructuring from which business? Existing business. From which business? Existing business. Then only you will be known as a startup company. And what is the condition number 5? What is the condition number 5? You should be involved in a business of invention and innovation. You should be involved in a business of what and what? You should be involved in a business of invention and innovation. You should be involved in a business of invention and innovation. Everyone clear? You should be involved in a business of invention and innovation. Right? So if you are able to satisfy these 5 conditions, you are going to be declared as a which company? Startup company. And that startup company, how much public deposit they can accept from the members? Startup private company can accept how much deposits from their members? Unlimited. Very nice. And from the public? From the public? 0%. Right or not? I hope everyone is clear with the chart. If you are able to see the whole chart, if you are able to understand this whole chart, then your total acceptance of deposit 60 to 70% of the topic is already over. If you are able to understand the whole chart, that is a major confusion which is among the students. I hope I am able to clear your confusions. Yes? Okay, great. Now, what is the 6th company you are able to see in the red color? What is the 6th company you are able to see? Such other private companies. Which company? Such other private companies. How much from the members? How much from the members? Unlimited. How much from the public? 0. From the members, unlimited. From the public, 0. But such other private limited company should have 3 conditions. How many conditions? 3 conditions. Condition number 1, you are neither a subsidiary or associate of any company. You are neither a subsidiary or associate of any company. Are you able to understand the condition number 1? You are neither a subsidiary or associate. That private company should neither be a subsidiary of any company and should not be an associate of any company. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Condition number 2. Condition number 2. The borrowings of such private company. Condition number 2. The borrowings of such private company should be less than. The borrowings of such private company should be less than what? 2 times of its paid up share capital or rupees 50 crores, whichever is lower. Now listen to this. I'm a private company. I'm a private company. My paid up share capital is 100 crores. My paid up share capital is 100 crores. My borrowings are 35 crores. My paid up share capital is 100 crores. My borrowings are 35 crores. Am I satisfying the condition number 2? Please tell me. Am I satisfying the condition number 2? Please tell me. Yes. So tell me, my borrowing should be less than what? 2 times of 100 crores is coming how much? 200 crores. 2 times of 100 crores is coming how much? 200 crores. Or to be compared with what? Compared with what? 50 crores. Whichever is lower. Whichever is lower. 50 crores. Are my borrowings less than 50 crores or not? Are my borrowings less than 50 crores or not? Yes. So am I satisfying the condition number 2 also? Did I satisfy? Now tell me, will your answer change if my borrowings are 65 crores? Will your answer change if my borrowings are 65 crores? Am I satisfying condition number 2 in case my borrowings are 65 crores? No, because borrowings are more than 50 crores. Am I correct or not? Yes, so I hope every one of you understood the condition number 2 as well. So such private company should satisfy 3 conditions. What is the condition number 1? What is the condition number 1? Neither subsidiary nor associate. You should be neither a subsidiary nor associate. Condition number 2. What is the condition number 2? Borrowings should be less than. Borrowings should be less than how much? 2 times of your paid up share capital or 50 crores, whichever is lower. 2 times of paid up share capital or 50 crores, whichever is lower. Everyone clear? Yes, sir. Condition number 3. No default. No default. What do you mean by no default? What do you mean by no default? No default, any kind of default with the ROC or anybody. That is a condition number 3. No default with anyone. No default with anyone. Neither with ROC or anybody. If I am able to satisfy these 3 conditions, then I am a 6th category of private company. Am I correct or not? Right or not? Now, should I tell you the whole chart now? Should I tell you the whole chart? Let us consume the whole chart. Shall we consume the whole chart? Chalo, let us consume the whole chart in a best manner. Let us consume the whole chart in the best manner. Now, first of all, tell me what we have learned today. Rule number 1. What if we have learned today? Rule number 1. No company can accept dash from dash other than dash companies. Filling the blanks. No company can accept public deposits from public. From what? Public. Other than which companies? Eligible public companies. Everyone clear with the rule number 1? Yes, sir, we are clear. What is rule number 2? Every company can accept deposits from its members. From its members. Did you understand the rule number 2? Now, let us consume the chart now. What are the 6 different types of companies we understood? 3 were public, 3 were private. Eligible public company. First was eligible public company. Second was normal public company. Second was normal public company. What was third? IFSC public company. Third was IFSC public company. So 3 public companies are over. 3 public companies are over, right? And 3 were private companies. What are the 3 private companies? Normal private company. Normal private company. Then which private company? Startup private company. Then such other private company with 3 conditions. Am I correct or not? Normal private company, startup private company, and such other private company with 3 conditions. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Let us understand the point number 1. What do you mean by eligible public company? Whose net worth is greater than equals to 100 crores or paid up share or turnover should be greater than equals to 500 crores. Clear? Clear? Yes, sir. In that there are 2 companies, non-government, government company. If you are a non-government company, maximum 35%. If you are a government company, maximum 35%, but no sublimit. Is it correct? Is it correct? It means 35% from members plus public. 35% from members plus public. But here 35%, 10% maximum from members, 25% maximum from public. Is it correct? Is it correct? Tell me, percentage is on what? What is percentage? Total paid up share capital plus free reserves plus securities premium. Is it correct or not? Very confusing chapter, but I hope I made it very clear to all of you. Very confusing, but I hope I made it clear to all of you. Now, okay, let's keep members as A and let's keep public as B. Correct or not? Let's keep member as A and public as B. Now, eligible public companies are over. Eligible public company is over. Yes, sir. So, normal public company. Can you please tell me normal public company can accept from members how much? A how much? 35%. A means members. Am I correct? And public means B. Can they accept from B? Is it eligible company? No. So, therefore, 0%. Therefore, 0%. Clear? Everyone clear? 2 companies of 35% are over. 2 companies of 35% are over. Yes. International Financial Service Center Public Company. Now tell me how much A? How much A? 100% from members. How much B? 0%. How much B? 0%. What is the full form of IFSC? International Finance Service Center. International Finance Service Centers. Everyone is clear about the first 3 companies? So 3 public companies are over. Now, I'm a normal private company. Can I accept it from the members? Can I accept it from the members? Yes, 100%. I can accept it from the members? Yes, 100%. But how much from the public? How much from the public? 0%. How much from the public? 0%. Now, I'm a startup private company. I have been declared as startup by which department? DPIIT. Can anybody tell me the full form of DPIIT? Department for Promotion of Industries and Internal Trade. Am I correct or not? You just tell me, am I correct or not? Yes. Department for Promotion of Industries and Internal Trade. Yes. DIPP declares you as a startup private company. Then how much from the members? Unlimited. How much from the members? Unlimited. How much from the public? 0%. Are you able to connect it with the first 2 rules we have done? Yes. Yes. 0%. Now, what are the 5 conditions you have to satisfy if you are a startup company? Tell me. What are the 5 conditions you need to satisfy if you are a startup company? What are the 5 conditions? First, you should be in existence not exceeding how many years? 10 years from incorporation. Everyone clear? Second one, you should be either a private limited company or registered partnership firm or registered LLP. Is it correct? Yes. Your turnover shall not exceed 100 crores since incorporation in any financial year. Your turnover shall not exceed 100 crores since incorporation in any financial year. Yes. You should not be a result of splitting up or reconstruction of existing business. You should not be a result of this thing. Am I correct? Yes. What is the next point? Next point, you should be involved in the business of invention or innovations. You should be involved in the business of invention and innovation. Then only you will be declared as a startup company. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Okay. And what do you mean by such other class of companies? Such other class of private companies need to satisfy 3 conditions. What are the 3 conditions? Neither a subsidiary nor an associate of any company. Condition number 1 satisfied. Neither a subsidiary nor an associate of any company. Condition number 2. My borrowings should be less than. My borrowing should be less than what? 2 times of total paid up share capital or 50 crores. Whichever is lower. 50 crores, whichever is lower. Is it correct or not? My borrowing should be less than 2 times of paid up share capital or 50 crores, whichever is lower. And what is the third condition? Default or no default? No default in any kind of activity. I hope everyone sitting in the class understood this whole chart. This is what our whole chapter is based upon. But remember one thing, this is part number 1. This is class number 1 for public deposit. Now other things we have to understand, and that we'll understand tomorrow. That we'll understand tomorrow. First consume this in the lecture number 1 and then we'll proceed with the lecture number 2. Remember one thing, acceptance of deposit is a very tricky part when it comes to the company law, but I hope I made it simplified for you. So remember one thing, if you rule number 1, rule number 2 you know. If you know the rule number 1, rule number 2, then in that case it will become very easy. It will become very easy. So 3 public companies, 3 private companies. 3 public companies and 3 are what? Private companies. In 2 companies 35, in 2 companies 100, in 2 companies unlimited. So tell me, such other class members how much? Such other class members how much? Unlimited. And public how much? 0%. So 2 companies of 35%, 2 companies of 100% and 2 companies of unlimited. I hope you are able to consume this chart. Chalo. So that's it from my side for this class with part number 1. I'll come up on Monday with the part number 2, right? I'll come up on Monday with the part number 2. So there we'll understand the other related procedures when it comes to the acceptance of public deposits, other formalities, right? So I will share the link of this file today in our group, okay? I don't know whether tomorrow class will be there or not. We'll see to it, okay? Chalo, see you guys. Thank you for lending your patient ears again. I'll borrow it again in the next class. Bye everyone. Yeah, I'll share the material as soon as possible. I'll share the study material as soon as possible. See you guys everyone. Take care. Stay at home. Be safe. Bye.